people like just like hating on it and then people being like incorrectly supportive of it? Like they did, was it just sort of a consistent like missing the point from everybody? Lyrically, anyways, not musically.
Well, not everybody. I mean, there were some people that we did want to piss off a little bit, but if you couldn't tell that we were kind of being just obnoxious and provocative. Um, no, it's kind of like, you know, people weren't looking at the big picture. We also had a song on the record about being hungover and having no milk in the fridge, and that's what you had to, you had to step out a little bit. And by the way, fuck the Middle East is still relevant.
Yeah.
Um, And we had wrote a song about a guy in a movie with impossibly long fingers he would fucking slice your throat off with. So sure, the calling a record "Speak English or Die," and we're not going to get into the cancel culture conversation. By the way, I know that would couldn't happen today, and we all know that. But
I mean,
even that,
South Park is still on the air, so I mean, come on.
hey, I mean that's true. But let's just say that we know what we were doing. I don't regret any of it. I know some of it was like some people might have thought that's over the line, but then we weren't really like that. It was just we were just being perhaps a tiny bit reckless, but S.O.D was about the music.
Oh, yeah.
The lyrics are just kind of like I'd say icing on the cake, but it's more like salt. I don't know.
Um, again, I know you probably heard this a million times, but it's pretty amazing to see that even like, after, the firing of Anthrax, um, but you guys are still friends, which is again is really terrific. It's, got to play with them recently. Um, was there any like, yeah, I guess feelings of animosity, of them like using music, after the fact that you had written on, spreading the disease, and forward?
No, there's a tiny bit of confusion, I think, at the very beginning because I was going to keep using a couple of those riffs, so I just changed them a tiny bit, and nobody has noticed to this day. But no, I mean, sure, I wasn't thrilled when I was thrown out of the band, but then I had to go form another band, so I just, making fucking lemonade out of lemons, whatever. But um, we had Anthrax had started writing music and I was still in the band, started writing music for a second record. So I think it just might have been like, are you going to use this riff? Like, or I don't know. Maybe there was some confusion or mixed messages about, like I was going to use that riff and you already used it. Okay, well, I'm going to play it like this. But that was just more, kind of like an eye roller. That's all.
And how was it getting back on stage with the guys?
Oh, it was great. I mean, Scott and Charlie obviously jammed with them. I never was on stage with Joey or John before, and that was also awesome and getting to know those guys. But yeah, those shows were great. I'm flattered they asked me to do it. It was a good time. And yeah, got to go to some cool places and meet a bunch of cool people, stay in some fancy hotels, I guess. And sure. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun sharing a stage with those guys and definitely good memories. And we snuck a picture of that into the color addiction edition of the book.